So the best training for ice climbing and mixed climbing is going ice climbing and mixed climbing, but I can't always get there. And a few years ago, I needed some way to train basically in my backyard and when I couldn't go ice climbing and mixed climbing. And I built this thing here, and we called it plywood ice, or Plice. And this is about as close as you can get to the movement of ice and mixed climbing for the least amount of money. And what I do is I run laps on this thing. I always start with my butt right on the ground because the goal is to get the most out of this exercise, not to make it easy. So a couple key things that this exercise does: it'll develop your ability to lock off and reach, which is essential for ice climbing. So you're doing that every move on this thing and getting stronger at that. And then you're also learning to keep your feet on and hold body tension. And if you're training for mixed climbing, you've got to be able to do that. And it doesn't really matter how many laps you do. I like to do them in sets of 3 to 5. And on every lap, I like to do a pull-up at the top. It just makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more fun. You do that until you're wicked pumped, and then take like a 5-minute rest, and then do it again. And in an hour, you can destroy yourself and just get destroyed. It's really, really effective. Yeah, this is the frame on the back that holds the plywood on the front. It's just 2x4s at every 12 inches. And then the 16-foot 2x4s go on the side. And if you buy one sheet of 4x8 plywood, 3/4 inch 4x8 plywood, and you cut it in half longwise, then that's what goes on here. The holes are just 3/4 inch drill bit holes. And if you drill them just above the rungs, then when your tools come through, they bite into the rung and they don't fall out. You can torque on them pretty hard that way. Mine's at a really steep angle because I've been training for a long time on these, but it doesn't need to be that steep. Just gently overhanging, and you're developing your ability to both push with your legs and to lock off and reach. That's what you kind of need to do to have the physical skills necessary to ice climb hard. And you can do a lot of pull-ups and stuff, and that'll help. But if you do those Tabata hangs off your tools, do some of this, and some of the other exercises I'm going to get into in the next one of these, you'll get wicked strong, and you won't be lacking power or endurance when you go ice climbing.